Very much, Shocks. And of course, just want to reiterate, with that loss, Fnatic's run at the 2014 World Championship is now over. Samsung Blue go 5-1 in the groups, and it looked a little close at the beginning. I feel like Samsung Blue is just one step ahead of Fnatic. Let's talk about some of the picks and bans and some of the strategy that they used to take down Fnatic. Despite Soa's getting some kills, he really struggled on that Rumble.
So the one thing I really like was the fact that Samsung Blue banned away the Lucian away from Reckless. The only weakness we've really ever seen from Samsung Blue is getting snowballed on early game. They removed the big snowball AD carry. We saw Peke make good moves. We saw Soa start 3-0. We saw Cyanide make good ganks. But Reckless is stuck farming in the bottom lane. And he's still opted to pick Tristana second round. I would like to see him find more champions, like maybe bring out Caitlyn, even though she's not that common, because strategically you're going to beat this team by pushing things down in 25 minutes, and that's where I would have liked to see Fnatic go. I'm
glad you mentioned the Reckless point. Reckless did not win a game when he did not play Lucian. The only wins Fnatic have is when he's on that single champion. We saw him struggle on the Tristana in other matches. Samsung Blue did some good early game shenanigans. Let's pull up the first replay that I think Crepo was quite excited about. And Crepo, you can talk us through this.
Yeah, so first of all, Yellow Star gets caught here, so we could run the clip already, and I'll talk over everything else I want to do. So he tries to sweep that ward, and then eventually he'll get caught going back into the jungle, I believe. Hard double checks with his sweeper that is there, and then they kind of get surprised that Yellow Star finds himself all the way in the jungle. He completely loops around. And yeah, this is just not good play. You need to respect the entrances to your jungle. Yellow Star completely doesn't expect him to be here. I think if you went left and flashed over the wall anyways, he would have lived. So this is just you're not used to that. You know, you play your scrims all the time and then you just get caught out.
Yeah, not only that, but this is what happens when you, let's pause this real quick. This is what happens when you have sometimes, when you take that early sweeper, you actually sometimes can't ward all your entrances. And so you leave yourself vulnerable to those kind of plays.
So yeah, we can roll the clip again. This is actually the main point I wanted to say is Fnatic, basically, they react really well, and on the top side, they catch out Acorn. So both teams actually don't play safe enough, you know, not enough respect for the possibilities of being caught. Reckless blows a jump early here and he's killing W, but that'll come in handy when Samsung actually decides to 3v1 invade and tries to debuff Fnatic, and they bite off a little more than you can chew. Just look at what Reckless does here. This is so unexpected for an AD carry to come down after freezing so quickly, and then he'll just go full man mode and jump on 3 people as an AD carry, and I really like that play because this basically gets Fnatic back into the game. If this invade works well for Blue, Fnatic gets 3-buffed and they completely lose out, and yeah, Cyanide makes it out by the skin of his teeth. Death goes real low. He has to like move out of that, and then Heart ends up dying in the pit. And I think I really like what both teams did in terms of catching people out, but I think Blue got a little bit too cocky there. But they did make the right reaction going for that play, because you know that Tristana and Janna are going to swap away from that cocky Thresh lane, and they read it. They just predict the swap and they go for a counter invade. Just a little too greedy doing a 3-buff counter invade, in my opinion.
I found it really interesting, actually, as the fight was going on. One, you talked about the man mode, unexpected Tristana jump. You saw Hart didn't flay it out. He could have flayed the rocket jump, saved the slow from happening. This is 4:14, so I'm pretty sure rocket jump is still a 2.5 second slow back in this patch. And then also Fnatic's shot calling, their target calling. They had Deft at like 100 health, but they realized they couldn't catch him with harpoons anymore. They said, let's go for this Thresh instead. Like, again, great choices.
So Crumbs, we haven't heard from you yet. What happened to Fnatic in the following 15-20 minutes that started their eventual downfall?
To me, what stood out this game had to be, we have usually every game that Fnatic was doing really well, Pekka was not on a split push champion. He wasn't something that was able to group with the team and generate plays that way. He was landing charms, he's playing really effectively. But as Zed against Talon got pretty far ahead, especially with that first blood. So it was a really difficult 1v1 that we saw get traded 1-for-1 left and right. And just the 4-man squad from Fnatic just didn't have enough coordination to surpass. Even though SOAS was 3-0, they were just, there was no communication between them to actually be able to come out ahead.
Yeah, both teams played a similar style where they have their mid laner split push on the side lane and they have this 4-man squad try and like play the map. But because Tristana scales so slowly compared to a Corki, Def was basically, he was winning that game for his team. He was influencing the map, going from one lane to the other, going around, pushing down towers. While Fnatic was playing catch up, and they had these couple of moments where they could capitalize and just counter engage, but they kept using their Rumble ulti on every wave, and they basically dug themselves a hole they could never go out of because they need that Rumble ulti.
Let's pull the next replay up real quickly as we move the conversation along. Monty, you were quite excited about this particular kill.
This is just a beautiful kill, and it shows how confident Samsung Blue are in limit each other's playmaking ability. So let's just go and roll this right now. And so Cyanide's going to come into this rush. Now Heart's going to see him right here and wait for it. So right here, there's the Lantern going to go out. Dade's going to flash to the Lantern. Heart is going to flash forward after that. And then the ult and Ignite coming in from Dade after the Cutthroat in order to get the kill. I mean, to be that confident against a highly mobile champion like Lee Sin, that you're going to use 2 flashes for that and then execute it perfectly, they got some balls.
Mind-boggling. We do need to move this one on. There's only 2 regularly scheduled games left in the group stage. So let's actually take a look at where the teams stand in Group C. So Group C, Samsung Blue rather, are 5-1. They've finished their group stages. The second place seed will be wrapped up in the final game between LMQ and OMG. The winner takes that last spot and they punch their ticket to Busan. Guys, we're going to step away for a moment, but when we come back, it's a fight between North America's Cloud9 and Korea's Najin White Shield. Don't go anywhere.
Just finished his frenzy force. Got his gun.
Shadow used.
Brutalizer. It's all about finding fights.
Deathmark going down, but is it going to be enough? Dade is going to be. Once again, looking for Peke. Actually lands the hook straight through the wall. I'm not sure about following through, but Dade will join in, and Peke goes down. SOAS here caught all on his own on the backside. He will be the focus for now. Monsoon comes in. There will be the Zonyas, but SOAS will go down. SOAS does go back. There's the diving from Dade. Are they going to finish the Reckless? They do. He's definitely gets that one. He's not done just yet. He wants to kill Yellow Star. Gets the big one. The big bomb comes through.